Firstly, I'd like to welcome you to this course on Elementor. I hope you're going to get a lot of value out of it. I always start my courses with an introduction to myself and to the course material. So who am I? Well, my name is Andy Williams and I used to be a science teacher. Back in 2003, I made the switch from teaching in school to teaching online. And you can see there my very first newsletter was published on the 15th of October 2003. In those days I was teaching almost exclusively SEO, but then in 2004 WordPress came along. I started using WordPress at that time and then obviously started to teach WordPress back then as well. I'm also the author of a number of books that you can find on Amazon Kindle and also paperbacks on Amazon, and I currently run the EasySEOnews.com website, which is sort of an evolution from my very first website, which was called Easy Search Engine Optimization. For those of you who are into SEO, you probably can guess why I switched the domain names. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's have a look and see what is included in the course. Firstly, and most importantly, this course is not going to teach you how to use WordPress. This course assumes you have a working knowledge of WordPress. If you don't have a working knowledge, I would recommend you go and have a look at my WordPress for Beginners course first, and that will get you up to speed fast. So let's have a quick overview of the course curriculum. We're going to start off by answering the question, why Elementor? Why should you be using Elementor on your websites? And we're then going to go and install Elementor, and we're also going to install a theme. Now, you may be taking this course to learn how to use Elementor to design your own theme, but you will still need a theme installed, and I'll show you the one that I use on my sites where I'm using Elementor. We'll then talk about a few essential skills when you're designing and building a website, particularly box models, hex colors, and finding images that you can use on your site without license problems. We'll then go into designing your site. We'll look for places where you can get inspiration for designs, for the fonts you're going to use, for colors. As you go through, you'll be collecting design elements that you like by taking screenshots, and you can rearrange them in a Word document to create a mock homepage. I'll do that in the course, and then later in the course, we'll actually build the homepage based on the design I created. We'll then go into the back-end settings and we'll look at all of those and we'll set all of that up. We'll even have a look at how you can install custom icons and fonts for you pro users. We'll then go into the Elementor interface settings and we'll look in detail at the hamburger icon, the dial button and the bottom menus. And then we'll look at the Elementor page structure, how pages are built with Elementor using sections, columns and elements. And at that point, I'll give you some homework to do. We'll take 3 sections from the Elementor webpage and I'm going to get you to recreate them with Elementor with the knowledge you've gained so far in the course. I'll then do each one as well just to show you my solution and you can see how well you did. The great thing about the way we're going to design these is we're going to design them as templates, so you can create the template once and you can use it multiple times on your website. So that's the next section in the course, using templates, reusable elements, global widgets and the built-in templates. We'll also look at exporting your templates and importing them, so if you want to move them from one site you're working on to another, you can do that. And then we'll look at the theme builder. We'll look at how templates are used to build a theme and display conditions. These are the rules that define where your templates are going to be used on the site. We'll put all of this into action by building a theme from scratch for a demo business site. We'll look at homepage design, we'll look at blog pages, landing pages, 404 page and archive pages. We'll design the header, we'll design the footer, we'll design everything. We'll then have a look at motion effects, which was introduced into Elementor fairly recently. We'll also look at designing pop-ups in Elementor and then the conditions for those pop-ups to be triggered. We'll finish off by looking at mobile rendering and fixing issues that you find. In other words, making sure your website looks great on desktops, tablets and mobile phones. So let's look at why Elementor.